Moving on is a very good quality in a person. You should never be stuck. You should always move on. The reason is we can learn, we can become better people. It's all about becoming better version of you. It's all about not having regrets. When you move on, there's always next possibility. That will open up new doors. It will open up new possibility. Moving on is very, very important. You have to move on. You cannot stay in your mind where it will take you to that place where it doesn't serve you. It doesn't make you get up in the morning. It doesn't make you go and achieve goals. Part of this touching, when you start moving on from watching, you have to get up every morning and expect difficulties. And then when that happens, when you touch that machine, when you touch that equipment and it does not work, you have to move on. Failures are not failures when you move on until you learn. That will take you to the next step. There's gonna be a lot of times where you have to get up and then do this again. Your brain's gonna tell you, give up. This is hard. This is not easy. This is not worth it. I need to live life. In reality, life is short. Learn as fast as you can. Stay focused as fast as you can, as much as you can. How you can do that? I put a lot of hours. I remember sleeping at work months at a time. I didn't go home. I went home maybe like twice, took shower. Monday to Wednesday, I was at work sleeping at night, doing 16, 18 hours a day. Go home, take shower, drive back, sleep, get up in the morning early, start over again, and do it again until Friday. Go home, sleep, take shower, come back Sunday, start again. That was 7 days, months, long time. You have to make time. If you don't put time, it's gonna take very long time for you to learn skill. Obviously, you can do that in the beginning, but when you get to that point where you actually know what you're doing, you have to be required to do that. Don't give any excuses to yourself. Ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price? We all have old beliefs, and those beliefs sometimes come between your new way of life, where you're committed and you want to learn your second step of your skill. Sometimes your mind start giving you excuses and you're trying to tell yourself, this is long, this is hard, this is going to take very long, I should do something easier. Don't listen. Don't give yourself excuses. That's the main thing, the word. Are you willing to pay the price? Hold yourself accountable. When you lack, when your brain is telling you, giving you excuses, telling you things that not serving your new venture, hold yourself accountable. Make yourself ready. Next day, get up early, and then whatever you have to do, be able to go and then do your grind. At this stage, still, you're probably not feeling like you're doing something amazing. At this stage, you have to go through always touching something. Get up in the morning, go and do it as much as you need to do. And then more you do, more you're gonna get better. Doing all this, you're vulnerable. People are gonna talk to you down. You're probably gonna go home not feeling so good, and you're gonna become this place where you feel vulnerable. You're giving a lot of your securities up, and everybody, like especially people that they're trying to teach you something. You didn't hold this good. You didn't put this in the right place. I told you to put this here, and it's not a good feeling. We all go through that. We have to go through it and then just learn to do the best way until you understand why it's done the certain way it's done. And then once you do, you become knowledgeable. You understand what needs to be done, and that is the part where you're starting to hold things, you're starting to feel things, you're starting to understand what it is and where you need to put it and how it's going to be done. That's vulnerability. You put yourself in that place. So part of the holding is always someone is actually trusting you to do that. You should take that opportunity and then take it to your heart. Be very patient doing what you're doing at that time to become the better person that you're going to become. Be respectful. Take the opportunity to learn and to become that person that going to be trusted. Trust, it's a big deal. When someone trusts you, that means they understand that you already learned how to do that skill. Since there are thousands of skills that need to be learned in this journey that you're on, you have to understand that, and you have to be grateful to being given a chance to actually be there. You're learning to become that person that you always wanted to become. In life, we always want to become something more. And then this is like that. This is you're becoming more of who you already are. One of those things that you have to go and try things and see how they feel, what it feels like, what it smells like almost like a brand new car. When you go sit in the brand new car that you sit the first time, everything's new, everything's smell new, everything is new to you. So trying something new, it's almost like that. Again, holding something is like holding a new baby first time, feeling that newness. Being so fragile, it's almost like that when you're at that state. Mentally, you're growing into becoming understanding of this environment. Skill set is very, very powerful. You have to stay focused, you have to stay committed, you have to stay doing grinding part. You become understanding it and then moving on to the next level. Learn about yourself, how much you're learning, how fast you're learning things. Always remember to write down names, equipment names, also material names. Those are important for you to learn at this stage, because before you really get good at something, you have to learn all these names. Where someone speaking to someone or someone speaking to you, you have to have understanding of what's being spoken. That's how you're going to be able to do better job, and then you're going to become good. Also be very aware, understand yourself, how you're going to go to the next step. Make sure you do your time, put your time into learning skill set that is required for that time. Make yourself ready to go to the next step. When you move to the next step, you don't want to be still learning names and shapes and colors and machines and what is required. This is the time for you to touch and feel and understand and learn about machines, about names, about all kinds of terminology of the industry. It's very important. Remember, this is becoming your cause. You have to stay dialed in, always be there, and then always learn about what it takes. Cause is very important, very powerful. Do that. Make a commitment. Commitment is you're committed to learning, to becoming valuable asset in that space. People are gonna trust you to be there to do certain things. At this point, you have to start always being willing to touch things and to help out, to do whatever it takes. It's becoming part of your life, and it's like you're gonna see yourself as this person now. Always when you get there, make sure you ask what helps they need, what can you do to help them out, and then that's gonna help you to learn and grow. You can become a person where you're trying to stay focused, you're trying not to get tired or bored because you're not doing much, but you're there to actually understand and then touch things and move things around and then help out, make things a little bit easier on them, because they really like that. They will be willing to teach you even more further because you are becoming this helper that they didn't have before. You're actually buying time for them that will make you valuable asset in their environment. So by doing this, you're changing the road of your life. The road is not easy, but everyone goes through it. You can go through it and you can actually achieve it. You can actually do it. The road of success is always jagged and it's always under construction. Who you can become is with hard work, with a lot of determination, you can become anything you want. Anything you want to be. It's all on you. You decide, I decide, everyone else decides who they want to become. If you want to become that skilled person, and then that's how you become really a skillful person. This is the second stage of becoming amazing, skillful person, where you're respected and you're being looked up to. And then if that's where you want to go, you have to go through this stage. Be patient, do it all the time, and you will get there. What is brain plasticity? There are neurons, right? And then neurons form new connections. When you do something more often, and that becomes a habit. When it becomes habit, this is what happens. It will actually connect together and it will form a protein around it and glues it together and solidifies it, and that will make it stay together forever, and that becomes your new habit. It's so incredible. I will recommend you guys go look at it, like watch a video how it actually builds itself and comes and connects together. Once I learned this, I was, oh my God, this is incredible information. I was able to visualize this in my mind and then work on it and then just break like old habits that I had that wasn't serving me anymore. You know, like when you're younger, probably you have inherited some belief systems and you form these brain connections. I actually got rid of them. I don't have it anymore. I stopped watching news. I stopped watching bad movies. I stopped looking at things that they're broken, so I don't put that in my mind. And that's how I keep myself fresh and focused and work hard every day and make myself become better version by building new neurons. So don't believe in that myth that people are born with it. It's not true. We spoke about brain plasticity. You can actually make your brain do what you want it to do. By learning habits, by learning skills, you can become what you want to become. So there is this myth out there. Don't believe, don't buy into it. It's not true. It's just a myth. Remember that. It's not true. You can become what you want to become. As long as you go through these steps, you will get there. You can become amazing skill master person. So remember, don't be negative at this stage, in any stage. Be positive always. You want people talking good about you all the time. Don't let them have any other reservations about you. Stay positive. Stay out of the negativity. I have a sticker in my office says no negativity. It's very vital, very important. You can put in your bedroom door or in your bathroom, whatever. Emotionally, mentally, and physically, you have to become present all the time. Make sure you eat right. Make sure you take enough sleep, and then make sure your mind is clear. You want to reserve that energy when you get to your workplace next day, so you can actually sit and pay attention and learn, and then understand what you're learning, because it's very important at this point. You're almost like it's a schooling, right? To learn so much that you actually have to preserve your energy and your focus to be able to do all that. And one other thing, you have to be available all the time. Like if something needs to be done, you have to ask and see if that's something you can do it. If it's cleaning, do cleaning. If it's moving something, do it. It's all about when you're doing all that, you're touching something, you're pulling something, you're actually doing something that give you experience. It will form a habit loop in your mind. That's what you're doing. You're inserting habits in your mind, and that's gonna be your next habit. You're gonna go through probably thousands of new habits, new things that you're learning right at this point, and that's what you gotta do. Always exceed expectations. If they're thinking that you're gonna do a little bit and you're gonna stop and then you're gonna sit and watch them again, do it more often. Do it a lot. Volunteer yourself all the time. Make sure you're doing something all the way. It's very important. Make sure you don't stop halfway. You don't just leave stuff behind and be like, you know what, it's enough. I did enough. You're gonna start building new habits. You have to have this quality where when you touch something, you do it perfect. To do that, you have to make a habit of finishing something from beginning to the end, clean, nice, all the way. And make sure you be a little bit hard on yourself, like put expectations on yourself that this is what I want to do, this is what I'm expecting from myself to do, and then take that to your heart and then do it. Put expectations on yourself. Don't wait someone else telling you what to do. This expectation is very important. And then have mental note, have strategy how you're gonna do it. Sometimes it's overwhelming and we all get complacent. We get confused how we're gonna do it. When you see something, make sure you write down. Later on, you can change, you can do anything you want, the way you want it, how do you want it. But at this stage, you are in their space, in their place. You need to respect that, and you have to kind of do what's expected of you. And then I put the expectation on me. I didn't wait for people. And be grateful. Take the opportunity that is given to you and take it all the way. Don't do something halfway. Don't do something in short. Go all the way. Ask people what's going on. Everything you're learning, ask them what you have learned. Is it true? And then make sure you're learning about the industry. It's very important. And one other thing is don't expect anything from anyone. Give it all you have. Expectation you should put on yourself, not wait from someone else putting expectation on you. I don't wait people telling me what I need to do. I take it upon me to do it. People talk about patience. We talk about patience. So at this point, patience is like learn how to touch something, being trusted to touch that something. It takes time to be able to start doing all this, what we're discussing about, like to touch and help. Sometimes we're stopping ourselves doing something because we don't understand, because it's new and we don't want to fail. Secret of getting ahead is getting started. So make sure you do this. Be patient. Just go ahead. and do it. You're becoming the better version of you by doing all this. Better version of the second step that you need to finish this, doing this to move on to the next step, which is starting to good at what you're learning to do. My goal is to help you understand that there is this stage, the second stage, that you need to go through until you get to the next stage. Watch it again, pay attention what I said. This is exactly what happens to someone wanted to learn the skill set, to become master. This is the road of becoming master. So subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We'll be making a lot of videos, very valuable videos, and if you subscribe, you're gonna be able to get notifications and you're gonna see it. Please click the thumbs up if you like the video. We appreciate, and also leave comments. I would love to hear your point of view so I can do better videos and we learn as we go along. Next week I'm going to talk about repeating. It's very important. That's what happens to get to skill mastery. So please wait until next Wednesday. I will be making another video explaining what it takes, how much effort it takes to do something repeating over and over, and give you guys examples and talk about what took for me to move on to the next step, which is after that is becoming good in what you're doing.